The Young and the Restless Spoilers. In the ever-turbulent world of Genoa City, a new scheme was unfolding under the watchful eye of Victor Newman, a man whose penchant for manipulation knew no bounds. His target? Jack Abbott, a longtime rival whose past actions had left deep scars in the lives of those Victor cared about most, especially Nikki. Victor now turned to a recently released Jordan, a character whose own vendetta against Victor was overshadowed by her immediate need for freedom. Jordan had been given a precarious lifeline: complete 3 tasks for Victor, and her slate would be wiped clean. However, the first of these tasks was the most sinister yet, a ploy to plant drugs on Jack and ruin both his life and his burgeoning relationship with Diane. Jordan's return to freedom was marred by the presence of a tracking device strapped to her ankle, a sinister gadget that threatened to explode if tampered with. This device was a grim reminder of the stakes at play and the lengths to which Victor would go to control the pieces on his chessboard. Her mission was clear, yet fraught with moral peril. As Jordan moved closer to Jack's world, she wrestled with her conscience. Sabotaging Jack with drugs meant crossing a line from which there was no return. Meanwhile, Jack remained blissfully unaware of the storm brewing around him, his focus dedicated to rebuilding his relationship with Diane. But Jordan, ever the survivor, harbored plans of her own. Despite her apparent allegiance to Victor, her animosity towards him simmered beneath the surface. This duplicity hinted at a deeper game at play. Jordan was not just a pawn but a player, possibly seeking to outmaneuver Victor himself. Rumors swirled around Genoa City that she might even be conspiring with Jack, turning the tables on Victor in a twist that could only be born from the minds of those who truly understood the art of the deal and deception. As the tension escalated, the lives of those entangled in this web, Victor, Jack, Diane, and Jordan, were set on a collision course. With each move, the stakes grew higher, and the lines between ally and adversary blurred. In Genoa City, where secrets and lies were the currencies of power, the only certainty was uncertainty itself. The question remained: who would emerge unscathed, and at what cost would freedom come for Jordan? As Jordan navigated her dangerous path, she planned a clandestine meeting with Jack, intending to disclose the dark plot Victor had concocted. Her revelation was not just meant to inform but to ignite. By sharing Victor's intentions to use her as a tool to plant drugs and ruin Jack, she aimed to rekindle the old flames of animosity Jack harbored towards Victor. This disclosure was calculated, a strategic move designed to turn the adversaries against each other once more. In a quiet, shadow-laden corner of the city, Jordan met with Jack. The gravity of her words hung between them as she unveiled the scheme. "Jack, I'm supposed to set you up," she confessed, her tone a mixture of regret and resolve. "Victor's planning to ruin you by planting drugs. He thinks this will finally bring you down." Jack's initial shock quickly morphed into a burning rage, a reaction Jordan anticipated. His face hardened, his jaw set. "Victor will stop at nothing," Jack muttered, his voice a low growl of fury. "Thank you, Jordan. You've confirmed what I've always known. He's never changed." Jordan watched as Jack's fury built, knowing that her revelations had set the stage for a showdown that could tear both men apart. Yet, this was precisely what she intended. In the chaos of their battle, Jordan saw her opportunity to manipulate the outcome to her favor. If Jack and Victor were focused on destroying each other, they would overlook her own maneuvers. As Jack stormed off, presumably to confront Victor, Jordan remained in the shadows, a slight smile playing on her lips. Her plan was working. By reigniting the feud, she had positioned herself as an indispensable ally to Jack while maintaining her facade of cooperation with Victor. This renewed conflict between Jack and Victor was not just a rehash of their past battles but a strategic orchestration by Jordan. Her goal was clear: to emerge from this fray not as a pawn in Victor's games but as a player in her own right, someone who had outsmarted both of the titans of Genoa City. The upcoming days promised turbulence as Victor and Jack re-engaged in their age-old conflict, all under the watchful eyes of Jordan, who now held the reins of the game.